Mm-hmm. It is the end of the day, and it's definitely time to get along, be a part of Get Along Game for real, and go home. It's cold. It's cold. I know it might not be the end of the day for you, but it is for me, honey. It's cold. I'm trying to put this chapstick, this Carmex, on my lips, but it's been in the car. It's frozen. It's hard. It's very hard. Oh, you guys have had a good day. A great day. You see, I'm struggling with this Carmex. A great day, an awesome day, a beautiful day, a wonderful day. I just want to squeeze some of it out and put it on my lips. Lord help me. This is, it's devastating. I'm going to have to get another tube. Remember in the morning. Somebody help me remember in the morning to get some, grab another tube of Carmex and put it in the car. Because this one ain't got that much more in it. So, but yeah. Alright, y'all. It's time to get our Steve Urkel from Family Matters on, and I don't have to take this. I'm going home. It's time to do it. Get it on. Let's go. Plus, UPS delivered my onesie. I can't remember if it's the one I ordered off of Walmart or the one I ordered off of JCPenney. But either way, it was delivered today, like at 1. So I was hoping that it would get delivered after I got off work, and that way I can be at home. You know, because this is the time that people see, you know, UPS, FedEx, DHL, post office, whoever it is, come to your goddamn, you know, door. And if they know you ain't home, you know, people are good for trying to, you know, snatch your stuff. Even if you at home, they still trying to good for snatching your stuff. And I pray my stuff is like they didn't put it in front of the door, that they actually tucked it off to the side on the porch or something, you know, to where it's not an eye shot of somebody. If I, you know.
Please insert the parking ticket or present credit card.
Sorry, I'm taking snapshots in between. That's my business. I love me. You do you, as Tabitha say, and I'm gonna do me. So, but we're definitely gonna be trying to give up the Batcave secrets and get on with the good foot. Get along to get along. Get on. That's real. And head on to this house. I am almost done with my third packet. It's only one page I have to get corrected, but the guy that he was in and out the office today, so the one who I needed to have it corrected and signed off. So hopefully he's there tomorrow morning. I'll have him correct that. I'll finish the last page that I have to get done, and I'll be finished. Because our supervisor gave them to us yesterday about 10 o'clock. And like I said, I had 3 stacks to get through. And so, like one of the shuttle drivers, right, when I was this morning, like we always be talking back and forth and clowning on each other, right? And I was like, dude, why don't you go on back to work? He was like, why don't you he's like, you need to try to go get some work done. You go to work. So I took a picture of my desk. He's talking about, oh, hell no, that's too much work. I fell out laughing. I said, see, that's why you need to mind your business. You want to talk about me and what I need to do. And he was like, oh, well, excuse me. I was like, oh, my gosh. So, just been watching movies on Amazon. He was like having my headphones on, watching the movie and still checking and going through my paperwork and everything. So, what can you say? What can you say? What can you say? So, I have stacks upon stacks of paper. So the next time we go over to the next building, I have to go through some other destroyed boxes. I think that might be off to the side and see if the envelope envelopes I'm looking for are in there. If not, I'm going to have them removed off the list. Well, I have to talk to my supervisor about having it removed off the list, because if we can't find them, we can't put them, to the side for them to be disposed of. Like, it just doesn't happen like that. So, do that and get it out the way, and I'll be good to go. Then I can start scanning my stuff into the system. For right now, I can't scan anything, because then I'm going to have to go back and re-scan it if I scan it right now. And I'm not trying to do all that. If I can, I just want to do it one time. Well, if anything, you may or may not have to, depend on if the other departments sign off on it. If they don't sign off on it, the items to be disposed of, then we can't. So that means we automatically going to have to take it off the list, take them out the box, and scan them to another box, and it just can't be disposed of. That's all you can do. So did that, and then our supervisor came back there to tell us that one of the guys that goes around to do the mail run for the different offices and everything, that his mom got sick, and she tested positive for COVID, and so he wasn't feeling well yesterday as well after he had finished with work. So he went to go get tested, and he tested positive. So they were just coming to let us know, because he was over in our area picking up mail. So they were excuse me, they were basically just informing us. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, he had a mask on. We all have to sit here in the office all day at our desk, in the building, period. You have to have a mask. So I was like, I think everybody should be okay at this point. It was like, at this time, you never know. My other coworker, she was like, no, because when one of her in-laws tested positive, and she found out, they called the family and let them know. I guess if they were at a certain family event or function that was going on, they let them know. And so she took off to go get tested. And of course, they tell you stay at home until you get the results. So she stayed at home, and she was like, no, they don't pay you for. I was like, yes, they do. I said, because if you got sick from someone here that was at work, meaning while you were at work and you were around that person caused you, excuse me, got tested positive, and you went to go get tested or had to get tested because of that, then they pay you for that. The job pays you for that. But they don't pay you because you were at another function or a family event, and that's what happened. Because you weren't around, you were somewhere else. You weren't at work where you got it. If they can trace it back to that, all the way back to like being at work. If that's not the case, then yes, you have to burn your own time. If it is the case that it was, from work, from, and being in close vicinity of somebody at work, then that's a different story. But she was like, no, my family member, he did get it from his work. I said, yeah, but you didn't. You didn't get it and you didn't have it. You went to go get tested because he tested positive. I was like, so that's not work related for you, because it was not here. And she was like, oh, I was like, according to the email they sent out, that's what they're saying, for our job. It's like, if you're here at work and someone at work is positive and you end up being positive from being around them at work, then yes, they pay you for that 2 weeks for you to be quarantined at home and everything. And then, you can, after you get a clearance from your doctor, you can come back to work. So she was like, hold on. Sorry. Gnat flying and shit. But, I don't know. She was just upset said that she had to burn her own time, or that the job wasn't paying her for that she had to burn her own time. I was like, well, that's what they said. I mean, that was the truth. You did have to burn your own time because you chose to go get tested, which you have all rights to do, because that's a part of, making sure that you're healthy and you're okay. That's for your health. There's nothing wrong with that. I said, but you can't sit up here and tell the job, you can't look at the job as that they're going to pay you, because where you were or around that person was not at work. That wasn't at work. That was somewhere else. So it's all nice and sunny, because downtown is very much gloomy. Sorry, y'all. I got a little dry patch, right back here in the back of my throat. Shit, I'm sitting here looking like an idiot. I got my water right here by me. So we just left the situation alone, because she just seemed like she was very much upset that they didn't pay her for the days that she took off to go get tested and waiting for her results. So it is what it is. And she was like, well, I'm sure they're probably wondering, I didn't have to go get tested a few times. I was like, majority of us do. I told her, I said, when I had to go do my well woman exam, I said, my doctor told me I had to go get a COVID test before I could come into the office to get my well woman done. And I said, before I went in for my physical procedure that I was having going on, I didn't want to tell them it was for my colonoscopy, right? I was like, when I had to go in for that, I had to go have a COVID test done. I had a COVID test done when one of our coworkers on our floor, the one, likes to walk around and talk to everybody, when it was first going on, I want to say this had to be in March or April, excuse me, and he came down with it, his whole family did. And so at the time, since it was so brand new and fresh, they allowed us to go get testing from the site and everything. So I had a test done then, around that time. Around the time that, the county and the city was, doing shutdowns for everything, And so I had that then. I had it from my well woman. I had it from my colonoscopy. And I'm trying to think the next time when I had it. Maybe I only had it done 3 times. Yeah, because the last one, they were telling me to do that, to do the swabbing myself. I was like, what? I said, where they do that? I said, how you know somebody even stuck it up their nose well enough to even, I said, I guess everything coming back negative, because you have no clue of how far they done stuck this Q-tip up their nose. Because it's very much uncomfortable if you're trying to do it yourself. That's like somebody trying to tell you, take the, what's the thing that, the presser, like they usually put it on your tongue so they can see the back of your throat, right? That's just like you telling somebody to put the depressor in the back of their throat. They ain't gonna have to do that. If they need to have, you have to have something swabbed, they ain't gonna do that. You got to be crazy. They gonna go as far, and once it's uncomfortable, that's it. Compared to someone that's swabbing it, a nurse or someone who's, medically trained to do that, or they're, qualified to do that, they just usually go in, they do a good swab. It's uncomfortable just for a little while. It's not for a long time. And then they go on and tell you, thank you, go isolate yourself till you get your results back. And with my, the ones I've had done, besides the first one, I think I didn't get my results till that Monday. I think we did it on a Wednesday. We didn't get it till, I didn't get my results till Monday, right? And then the next 2 I got the results the next day. So, I guess it all depends. Now, I don't believe I've had the rapid. I don't think I've had the rapid done. because that one they say, doesn't take that long, 15 or 20 minutes or something like that. I don't believe I've had that done. So it is what it is. I just pray everybody stays safe. But like I was saying this morning, my best friend was telling me that Cali's on a complete shutdown all over again. I was like, damn. And so one of my coworkers, when I was telling them that, when we were sitting there talking about the people being safe in their distance and stuff at work, and she was like, what are they doing out there for them to have to shut down the whole state? Because to my understanding, when I asked my best friend, I said, well, is there certain counties that they're shutting down, or certain sections of Cali, or is it just the whole state? Like, is the whole state on lockdown? He said, no, the whole state. I was like, dang. So, of course, I got to call, family and loved ones that live out there, and I, make sure they're all right, if they're okay. Because, like I said, I just found out about it last night. Whew. So it is what it is, unless you're essential. Because my coworker was like, well, what about the people, that happen? What if they have to go groceries? I said, no, they can still go to the grocery store. They can still do those things just like we can do those things. When we won't shut down. The thing is, it's not for you to be out mingling and partying and all that type of stuff. That's on a shutdown. It's on a standstill. That's not happening. I said, but when it comes, because she was like, what about their fire department? I said, look, it's just like here. Essential workers, they at work. Medical staff, essential workers. She was like, yeah, but I heard also like they consider veterinarians as essential workers. I said, well, it's medical. If they deem it that way, then yes. I don't know, something could have happened to somebody's, their fur babies, as they say, their pets, because they're just like family. I know my BLG was like my family, and I was so crushed and heartbroken. I didn't know how bad it was going to affect me when she passed. I mean, I was devastated. I was I'm so traumatized to right now. I don't want another pet. I didn't realize how much I was attached and loved her until she passed. And I was tore up and heartbroken. Oh, I was so heartbroken. I was in the vet's office for like an hour before I could give her up to them, for them to go ahead and take her. And, they did the whole little certificate and stuff for her being deceased and whatnot. Did her paperwork so I can get her cremated. It took me, I think it took me about an hour, or if not a little bit longer, to turn her over to them, because I was in the side room just bawling and crying and holding her. I cried my ass off. So, I was like, I don't want to go through that hurt and devastation anymore. It's when you've had your pet, your fur baby, your loved one, your extended family, meaning your animal, for I don't care if it's a short amount of time or a long period of time. If you're attached to them like that, it's devastating. It's very much devastating. So I was dealing with a lot. That just broke my heart. That hurt my soul so much, so much. Even though I'll be looking at some of the cute little, dogs and stuff that I see, like on rescue commercials and stuff like that, and then I'll be like, it's not fair to them, because the majority of the time I am at work, and that's not fair to them, because my family was, and different people that know me was like, you're not gonna get another dog. You're not gonna get another dog. And I try to explain to them, like, it's not fair, because majority of the time, if I have to get up and come to work, because they're short staffed or something like that, and I choose to do that, that's not fair to them, because, they are left at home for that 16 hours, 18 hours that I might be gone. That's not fair, to your animal. That's not fair to them. And I would be working like that, and that wasn't fair to my dog. And I don't want to do that again to another, dog. I don't want to do that. I'd rather for me, I guess I would just rather wait till I'm retired. And I know I have the time, and I know I'll be at home. And, you know, because trust me, if I was not at work, my dog was with me. We went to Petco together. You know, that's what she would go get, you know, so she could sit up here and get her bath and get herself groomed up. And what is you doing? Keep your ass in your lane. You just gonna swerve over, just try to knock me the hell out. I understand I was probably in that blind spot. They probably just didn't see. That's what I'm thinking. I don't really think they were trying to come wreck shop and have a meet and greet right there, you know, in the lane like that. I'm not taking it that way, so I'm not upset like that. Because sometimes people get me in your blind side and you don't really even see them until the last minute. So it's nothing for me to sit there and like totally be upset about. It's not. So the other thing is I'm trying to hurry up and get home, because I'm praying that they did not leave my package where someone can walk by and see it and snatch it. Because, you know, I want my onesie. I want my onesie. I like onesies. You know, with the little characters. I don't care if y'all judge me or not. This is my business and I like them, okay? I ordered me a Cookie Monster onesie. I ordered a Winnie the Pooh onesie, a Tigger onesie, and one with the candy cane. I think I told y'all about that last week. I don't care. I sure do. I sure did. Because I like onesies, especially in the wintertime. I'm not so much into the flannel PJs. I have them. You know, the PJs that are either fleece or flannel for the wintertime. I have those. But something about a onesie is nice and snuggable and comfortable and just, ooh. I don't care. That's my business. I like them. Don't judge me. So, I don't know if you guys wear onesies or not. You sleep in PJs. Perhaps you don't sleep in no clothes at all. That's your business. I'm not even knocking for that. Certain days, hey, that's what it is. You sleep and walk around your place of residence as comfortable as you want to be, because that is your business and that's your home in which you rest and lay your head, okay? So, that's what I like. So, I got those. They did have they had some onesies that were half, but I think those are more or less for the summertime. And the reason I say that is because even though they're long sleeve, they, you know, they come to mid thigh, or they come up to like high rise booty short type onesie, short, whatever it is. It, to me, that's more or less in the wintertime. It's not so much, I mean, for the summertime, not so much for the winter, because I like to stay warm and snuggly and not cold. I'm not looking for my legs to be cold, even though I'm underneath the blanket. I still want to be. God dang. Let me stop. I got issues. The farmer's market, baby. They out there, chilly as it is with that little brisk wind and cold, crisp air. But they out there, baby. I ain't even mad at them. I appreciate it, because I love a farmer's market when I gotta go. And I know pretty soon I'm gonna need to contact the tea spot and ask them if they have some more raw stevia leaves. Because I really appreciate that. Besides that, and the lady that has a booth that does